I will do it again.
Okay, how many times can you dual cast like that? Is there a limit on this?
I don't think so. It just has to be, the spells have to be one less than whatever the highest level spell I can cast is, which is level 1, and these are cantrips.
Right. And they're coming out of wands? Oh, no, it's dual spell casting. An Eldritch Sage can cast 2 spells at once as a 4-round action, blah, blah, blah. Must have a hand free per spell. 1 level lower than the highest level spell. And these are cantrips, so you can do this all day long.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
19.
That's a hit.
For 1 damage.
Okay, it glances off the skeleton's beam.
And we'll do another 12. Ooh.
12 is its touch AC.
Oh, nice.
Again, kind of just glancing off of it.
Are you sure you hit it?
Manny.
Apparently not.
Manny's gonna just clobber the one in front of him.
Okay.
Go ahead and give me an attack roll.
Yes.
The one in the ground is regrowing.
Is what he's yelling. AC 16. These things have ACs of 15. He bashes it.
Nay!
2d6 plus 8. As he's two-handing his oversized halfling sling staff into the thing's face.
14.
14 damage, destroys the skeleton.
Look at him go.
For now.
Ludo.
I'm going to go ahead and undo my delay. Whatever.
Okay, Ludo is at 18, so you could do 18 as well. Ludo is faster. No, Pharisee is faster than Ludo, so go ahead.
All right.
Whoa, really?
I'm going to peek out
Fairies, man.
and see if I can hit Boppo with a Ray of Sickening.
Yeah. Ooh. Pop out.
Ideally just peek out, but sure.
Okay, if you peek out, if you're just kind of like standing in the square and peeking out, there he does have cover. If you hop all the way out, then you can do it, but you would be threatened.
I'll hop all the way out.
Okay. So are you doing this defensively? This creature will swing at you.
Yes, you will do it defensively.
All right.
10 plus double spell level? Is that the...
What's that?
What's the concentration check for...
I think it's 15 plus double spell level.
Cast defensively.
And then you add your caster level and your prime ability score to the d20 roll.
Right. Yeah, 15 plus double spell level. Ooh. Yeah, I'd better do that because he's gonna hit me otherwise. If I stay in the room though, I can avoid. I'll have cover.
You'll have cover, but what I'm saying is I'm going to add that cover to Boppo's AC.
I'll take it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's actually totally okay.
Okay, so you're just kind of peeking up around the corner, and
yeah,
a beam goes down the hallway.
Yeah. So we're doing range touch plus 2.
It'll be bad plus dex plus
0 plus 2
and your
plus,
small.
Plus 1 for small. Right. Excellent.
And if Bard Song's still going, you get to add that.
1d20 plus 4.
What is your dex?
Like 14. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you have improved initiative. That's why.
Oh. No. Plus it's a roll of 6.
Okay. So the beam actually, the train kind of jiggles a little bit.
Yep.
And your beam hit the ceiling. But no AOO from the skeleton.
Yeah.
Ludo?
That's good.
Ludo, did Bopo, was he affected? Oh, no, you weren't.
But Bopo bled. He's a living halfling.
Right.
You're fighting one of your countrymen.
I meant his sickening.
The Ray of Sickening did not.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna take another swing at Bopo. See if I can get a 4 damage this time.
Or a critical hit.
Or well. Oh yeah.
I'm fine.
Because
Yeah.
he's not undead. So that would be great.
Yeah,
He's a real boy.
Just roll 20, dude. Just do that.
Pia, 19.
19 hits his AC right up. Again.
Ah, yeah, just what I wanted.
Max
You're pretty good with
Max
those.
damage, okay.
No fair! No fair!
Boo-hoo.
Urchins are already in action. Zephyros.
Will my gore do a similar kind of damage to the skeleton, or would that be similar to a sword stab?
Sorry, what was the question?
Is gore piercing or bludgeoning?
My gore, is it piercing or bludgeoning? So in other words, will it do damage to the skeleton or not?
I think it is at least piercing. Let me check. Gore attack.
I feel like there'd be a good amount of bludgeoning involved with getting gored by an elephant.
I think so too.
Gore is a piercing weapon.
Okay, so it's not going to do anything to the skeleton. Okay, so in that case, I'll do another two-handed swipe.
Fucking elephant man just shillelaghing everything to death.
And we still have Bard Song going, right?
Yep.
So that gives me +1 on attack. So the 7 becomes an 8, actually. 13, I'm going to miss again.
Okay, you missed. The skeleton seems to be aware of your attack and raises its shield at the last moment. Clang! Creepy man, the bone gang. All right, there's a bluish aura that is around the outline of the doorway, and then you can hear a bunch of padded feet running inside of that room, and then you don't hear any padded feet.
Should've listened to me, Ludo. Boppo?
Boppo.
Boppo, Ludo!
What are you, short people?
I've got questions for the professor. You hear from behind the door.
Oh, God.
Ooh. Is that for me?
Hand him over, and I'll let your transgressions pass.
I barely know this guy.
Who is addressing me?
Creepy man, bone gang. Then we've got Bappa.
Master, don't leave me behind!
And Bappo is actually trying to open the door, but the doors doesn't seem to fucking budge while there's the blue magic. Like, it's not even rattling in its hinges. It is just not moving.
Don't leave me behind, Master! Don't leave me behind!
So he's facing away from me now, huh?
He tries to open the door, doesn't, and then I guess we'll turn and stab at you.
Fuck.
I've got fresh filet for you!
AC 26
God damn it. Yep.
for 4 damage.
Getting really tired of your one-liners as I stumble back from the stab.
Professor.
Ooh, seems they're getting away. We should make quick work of these fellows.
This ancient skeleton is now kind of like almost ambulatory, and it is crawling on all fours as it's the last bits of it are trying to reknit. So it's actually prone.
Does it still have damage?
It still has damage, yeah.
Maybe I should do that light thing again.
Yes, I think you should.
That's it. What are you doing?
I will do the light thing again.
Who are you attacking?
I'm gonna hit the one that's still standing.
Okay.
What's 20 plus?
The 2 rays come flying out of your hand.
7.
That's a miss.
Doesn't hit his touch AC. The second one.
Sometimes you type the same thing. The way around that, you just add a random letter at the end.
Oh, and it'll still work?
Yeah.
11?
11 is a miss as well.
What is his touch AC?
Yeah, this Modron
Touch AC
is
12.
not helping us.
You missed, Fant. You missed.
I know, it's not been my fight so far, has it?
Manny stands in front of the door, he's just looking at the skeletons with fear in his eyes and swinging his staff. Go ahead and give me another roll, Leroy.
Yes.
I'm coming, boss man. That's what he says.
I've been pretty stabbed.
I'll play right along with his swinging.
Right. Woo. Woo.
11.
11?
Yeah.
No, the skeleton blocks. There's this horrible skeleton thing climbing on its all fours. It's got its sword in its hand and it's looking up at Ludo.
This is my nightmare. No, I won this ticket for this.
Pharisee. playing your fucking jazz flute.
Starting to run out of good stuff here. We will linger bard song.
Okay.
And then peek around the corner and Evil Eye Boppo
Alright, Papa's like, is there a save?
for AC. Yeah, it's still a DC 14 will save,
But he's at -2 to his saves.
but he's at -2 to his saves, and this will
0.
get -2 on
He rolled a
AC.
14.
So he is unaffected. Oh no, he's affected for 1 round.
No, he gets a 14 total.
That's the DC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yep. So he's still -2 AC for 1 round. Huh?
You're uglier than Gobblegut, that's what he says. Ludo?
Ludo. Okay. Things aren't
Skeleton thing on all
things
fours.
aren't looking very well.
Boppo is not bloodied. Like
Oh.
he's a tough fucking halfling.
I really didn't want to turn my back to him.
No.
Jesus. Alright, well. I'm just gonna swing again at Boppo.
You could try to tumble by him so you could set up a flank maybe.
That's what
on a future round.
Can I do that?
Or
Wait, will he get a...
he will get an AOO as you move by unless you beat his CMD in an acrobatics check.
Against my acrobatics check? I'd be into that.
Yeah. So there's enough space, we'll say, that you could tumble around him.
Yeah.
Move through a threatened square is opponent's CMD, and his CMD is 18.
So I have to be an 18 with my acrobatics check?
Yep.
Yes!
Okay,
Wow.
you kind of kick the box he was on. He was balancing, and while he was balancing, you ducked in, and he was swiping at you and hit you a couple times in your helmet. But you managed to scoot by him.
helmet.
Now you don't have a flank yet, but people
Right.
coming from where all the skeletons are might provide you a flank. You could wait to attack, or you could just try to hit him as you're going by.
Will that ruin any future flank setting up? Or okay, yeah, I might as well take a swing while I go by.
The box is also pretty flimsy.
Can I kick that fucking box out from under him?
You sure can, or try.
Alright, what do I have to do?
This is a CMB check.
Let's do that.
We'll say that the box is pretty. So if you beat 18, you automatically kick the box off and he'll fall down.
Okay.
If you get within 4, you'll have to make an acrobatics check or fall
Okay.
down.
And this is just
Strength plus Bab.
wait, I don't use my actual CMB.
Yeah, that's what the.
Oh yeah, it's -1. Sorry. Oops, sorry.
Slides into box. Within 4. Okay, so no, you're like kicking the box. He's pretty chunky for a halfling, and you're just kicking the box, and he's got his feet planted like that. He's like, no, it's not gonna work. And
Jack Sparrow.
He licks the blood off the blade a little bit. Ah, fillets, what he says.
I was diagnosed with a rare blood disease.
Liar. So that was Ludo. The urchins, you hear nothing from them. In fact, I'm removing them from the initiative list because they're calling fair escape.
Yeah.
Of course, where they ran to, it's not very happy. Zephyrus.
Good point.
Zephyrus is going to take another swipe at Ancient Skeleton number 3. Same attack as before. So it's with these Masterwork Staff. So it's 1d20 plus 7. Is Bard's Song still up?
Yep.
Yes, it is.
So 1d20 plus 8. And what? I've not rolled higher than...
You've got Mark's luck. Our buddy Mark spends entire games sometimes rolling d8s for attack rolls.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck?
So the train jostles again. You're trying not to hit this dude that stood in front of you, and this creature kind of crosses its small metal shield and its sword.
Get my sword down.
You do notice that it does have something on its shield, and you can give me a knowledge. Planes check.
Okay, I'm plus 9 on that.
Do I see it as well?
It's his turn, so.
Yeah.
I rolled a 2.
There's something
that gives me an 11.
An 11, okay, so basic knowledge. There's something to do with the lower planes that the symbology on the shield represents.
So I tell everybody that.
How much does the shield weigh?
It is a light steel shield, so pounds. Creepy man with bone gang. All right, this thing is now, its pelvis is now reknit and it's standing up. Although it spent the round reknitting and picking up its weapons, and it's now looking at Boppo. Boppo's like, get in! The skeleton doesn't seem to It looks like it's gonna go and attack Boppo. After a full round of reknitting and picking up its weapons, it 5-foot steps and is providing you a flank.
Yes.
Ooh.
Nice.
Ooh, the tables have turned!
By the gods of the mountains.
All right.
This is where you say, Fant, that you do that.
Fanta? Was that you?
This skeleton attacks Manny a couple of times. Once with a scimitar, that's a critical threat. It confirms the critical hit. Let's roll on the chart.
Ooh.
I roll 3, so that's reduced critical damage and a possible condition, I believe, with our crazy critical hit chart. Oh, I missed you. Reduced condition, but 1 bleed. So I'll put a little dot on Manny, as he's got like a bloody wound, and the creature hits for 1d6 with the scimitar, plus... +2. 6 damage. Manny gets cut. He grunts. He's got 10 damage. Ooh. How many hit points does he have at his level? I'll let you look that up. Leave that. That was Creepy Man of the Bone Gang. Creepy Man. I'll see you shortly, Boppo. Hey, skeletons on me! You hear a door close, and then the blue light goes away. And Ludo, you're a miner. Give me a profession minor check or a perception check, whichever is higher, to know if you recognize the smell that is emanating from the door.
Can you, my OneNote's fucked up.
Can I look up what your profession is? Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
You're the ones that have been fucking up the profession minor is +4. With your hat, it's +6.
And that's higher than my perception check,
Okay.
that's for sure.
Alright.
24.
For some reason, you smelt sulfur coming from the room where the creepy man's voice was.
Sulfur. Anybody else smell that? Feels like a bunch of cat farts and stuff.
Boppo is trying to
I smell that.
get out of my way! And he's trying to carve through you to get through you.
He's panicking.
Yeah, he's panicking a little bit. Although he's pretty good with that knife. AC 24.
Jesus Christ.
D3 +2. 5 damage, max damage.
I'm about to die.
Manny's yelling. He takes a bleed damage.
Wait, it's my turn.
Oh, Professor, sorry.
Can I do a skill check and still full round?
No. We're saying that recalling knowledge, we'll say, is a move action.
Okay. Then I will shoot at Ancient Skeleton through.
Twice or once?
Twice.
Okay.
And Bard Song's Lingering.
Yep.
5.
That's a critical miss with a spell. Roll to confirm critical miss.
It's never good. Oh, yeah, I think.
18 would have hit. Okay, and then one more. Eight is a miss.
Yeah, we're done for lads.
Parasite?
Pharisee starts up Bard Song again,
Sure.
brings out the flute.
And everyone's like, wah, wah, wah. You don't know why. A tumbleweed goes by. Wait a minute.
It's a strange thing.
Well, there's tumbleweed in the Badlands. The Badlands are basically Skyclops. How's it going?
That's perfect.
Thanks for the host. Welcome to the channel, folks. We're having a train battle as some urchins have stolen stuff out of the sleeper car on the Cactus Express. These folks don't know each other from a hole in the wall, but they know the nefarious man seems to be hopping around in between the doors with some strange dimensional magic. His name is Gaedran Lamm. He's a horrible and vile kidnapper of children and pox upon the lower classes in Grand Central Station.
And a rather bad dresser, I'd say.
He dropped some dragon bones that turned into skeletons that are re-knitting after they're being destroyed, with strange lower planar symbols on their shields. A mad halfling is standing on a crate, begging for his master not to leave him behind, as there's a vicious battle where much blood is being spilt in this sleeper car. Welcome to the channel, and if you have any questions, drop them in chat. So Ludo, you're not doing too well, man. This guy's been chopping bits and pieces off of you. You're at the far side.
Hell out of here.
You do have a flank with the skeleton. The skeleton doesn't seem to recognize Boppo as friend. And
Okay, so I still have the flank set up.
Yep, that would be a +2 to hit, and you'd get to your sneak attack applied if you hit.
Alright. I can't say no.
You've got Bard Song.
Oops.
There aren't any relevant.
You can say no.
songs.
Like this is the DM
Well,
giving you gentle,
'cause
gentle pushes to keep on doing the exciting thing.
I've been, it's that or run to a room and barricade it, so I'll take the heroic way out.
Die for your audience.
27, so nat 20.
Just remember, I don't have gentle repose.
Oh, wait.
Nat 20.
Critical hit, and welcome back to the channel, Stackops.
Nice.
Yeah, new group. We'll be playing this on Tuesdays. This is
Yay.
Titan's Gift. All right, let's figure out what the nat 20 is. Roll to confirm the critical.
Okay, that's just 1d20.
That is a critical hit. Roll percentile. Higher is better.
Stab!
1d100.
Yeah, 1d100.
Oh!
98
It's a bad day for Africans that aren't you.
Stop!
is a reduced critical. However, a medium death effect.
Okay.
Wait, what? How can you
Just
medium
finish.
die?
The medium rare death.
Oh,
Like
you don't want
medium
you don't want a large die.
Yeah.
Your weapon
Just
damage plus your
I'm
strength
watching my
Okay.
weights.
plus your sneak attack.
4 plus my strength plus my sneak. Jesus.
I don't think you have a 10 strength, so I don't think you do strength yet. Don't worry, if you learn more from the manual,
Right.
oh, it's probably stolen by the urchins. But if you learn more from the manual, you might progress to the point where you can apply your dex to damage.
Oh,
and
okay,
then,
right.
And then Ludo's going to be like jumping through people with his blade.
Plus my sneak.
Yep.
That's plus
D6.
2.
Yep.
Or,
And Modron will do the math for you. So D6 plus D4, I think.
Is your strength -1?
No, it's plus 0.
Plus 0. Okay.
1d6 plus d4.
1d6 plus 1d4.
Wow.
Yeah, without the quotes, that's how you do it. Max damage. Because you run your short sword into his back. He was like turning a little bit to face the skeleton.
How many times are you going to do that?
So that's 17 damage. He'd still be alive. However, the medium death effect. Let's just look this up here.
That is always funny. You're not wrong. That's always going to be funny.
What?
Just checking, because
Yeah.
Oh,
The idea of a medium death.
yeah.
medium rare death.
Well, this is a medium death effect. Fortitude save DC 25 or die. Otherwise, you take 2d6 con damage on save. So you basically run him through.
I don't think he's gonna hit that.
Now, you ran him through as he was turning his back to you, so you know the sword went all the way through, but you hear it tink against metal, and the metal is his breastplate.
Plus 1 more for Bard Song, actually, on that damage.
Okay.
Oh, right. Yeah, so let's add that 1 more damage.
11.
This is where I shine.
So 18. There you
But
go.
it's not my turn.
Did you get all your points?
His fort save is +6, -2 because of the witch hex.
Yeah, hex
So
is good.
+4.
Mopo's a dead man.
I rolled a 9 on the saving throw.
I think he's medium dead right now.
Fine, I'll just call it death effect next time.
Take all this fun from
He just you were just scratching, and kind of looks down and looks over his shoulder. He drops his dagger and kind of touches his lip with this sad look in his face. And then just blood starts pouring out of his mouth. And he topples over unceremoniously, kind of upended. His ass is in the air. His head hits the ground as he slides off of your blade. The skeleton just sort of hacks at his buttock.
Oh,
and
God.
And he keeps saying he's coming towards you. The skeleton looks like it's damaged, but it's like re-knitting in front of you.
Right.
Like, there's something horribly wrong with this thing.
Oh, God.
And let's put a satisfying X through Bappo.
Yeah. The final stab down.
Fatality.
Aren't you glad you stuck around in combat? What a dick. Zephyros. This is a dangerous lesson that I'm teaching you. Just stick around when you're really hurt and just swing the fences.
Magic will happen.
You'll roll 20, you'll roll max damage, you'll get a 98 on the percentile.
Nothing could go wrong. Zephyros, the Fant.
Okay, so the Fant is going to take 1 more swipe at the skeleton number 3, hoping that 3 times is a charm.
Yep.
Have we done it? Nope.
We haven't done it.
AC 15.
Yes!
Okay, this time you come slamming
Finally.
in. Manny leans down a little bit, giving a little bit more room, and bones clinking everywhere.
Boom, that is some damage. 1d8 plus 9. Oh, but 1 extra damage for a Bard Song, right?
Heck yeah.
Yeah, so it's 1d8 plus 10.
Stab.
A 2-handed. That's 15 damage.
Wow. Okay. The thing is nearly destroyed by that. Bones are falling off of it. Its collarbone is missing, and its hand is almost like coming apart. We'll say that it lost its shield because of that. Creepy man in the Bone Gang. Well, this thing is re-knitting and basically spends the round attacking the body. And when it's off to the side, it's now like climbing over the crate.
I don't like it.
It's in a prone position as it's climbing over, but it's like cackling or like clacking its jaw towards Ludo, and then this one's just basically taking a single swing at Manny, who's really hurt. Missing. He blocks with his staff, bits of wood flying everywhere. Bappa is dead. I'm just gonna get rid of it.
Didn't 15 knock it down?
No.
Did the other one fall down at 12? Or did we not?
No, you did 10 damage on top of the 12. Professor, you seem to be winning. Although little bones are kind of flicking along the ground and reknitting for the one that's underneath, the one that's up.
Does the one that just knocked down that lost its shield does it look like it's reknitting? Okay. I'm going to try and...
Oh no, this one does not look like it's reknitting.
That one's still up though.
That one's still up, it's heavily damaged. The one underneath Manny is definitely, the bones are coming back together.
Yeah, it's got its shield with it still.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do a knowledge or a skill check of some kind to see if I can figure out why they're knitting.
Yeah, give me a knowledge religion check.
$24?
Normally, when necromancers raise undead, they are, while scary, destroyable. These are skeletons of a mythic quality. Like the type of thing that might guard the entrance to a god's cave, or a god or some villainous hero created these. How such dragon teeth ended up in a magical bag in the hands of Gaedran Lamm, you're not sure.
The dragon...
This is hinting at the power that you think is out there, buried in the sands.
some serious stuff here, lads.
You don't think these skeletons can be destroyed?
I don't know that we can kill these per se. Can I see the dragon bone that he threw down originally?
They're moving around. You're probably under an autopsy table. So you stand there, you're thinking. You can make a perception check to search for the dragon bone.
On top of the one I already did?
Which one?
I just did the religion check. I can do.
Yeah, you're trying to recall information about what the fuck is a regenerating skeleton.
Right. My perception is untrained, so it's
There's got to be a way, but it's like you'd have to do research, and it would be the secret of whatever necromancer crafted this horrible thing.
I'm not too perceptive on that one.
Yeah, the train jiggles, there's a big fan in your way, there's Manny who's bleeding all over the place, you're like, could you bleed it over to the left a little bit? You know, like you can't, they're moving, you don't see like a linchpin or you don't know where the bone went.
I will use my standard then to cast Unseen Servant.
I think that was a move action to recall, and then another move action to seek.
Okay.
Manny's bleeding. He'll take his one more damage. And then, is he swinging?
Yes. Wait. What's he at? 12?
Plus 10 is Bard Song still going?
Definitely going to do that.
Oh, boss man. I'm coming, boss man.
That's what he's saying. Oh.
Keep swinging, buddy.
Just a hallway full of staves.
13.
Missed by one. No, it doesn't have a shield in its hands.
Hey!
Nice.
I think he does enough damage to, he does more than 5 automatically. So this skeleton is now coming apart, but the one had his feet. He's standing in its rib cage. He's like,
Oh,
Oh god.
Bossman, he's growing back.
Oh god. I've never seen this. I don't know what to do.
Okay, he's going to move out of the ribcage with his move action and move right up to try to help
Oh, that one.
his friend.
I see.
Pharisee.
Pharisee is going to go over and try and scatter some of these bones.
Yeah, you notice that the skull of one of them is detached from the rest of the body, but you can see it's slowly like rolling over to get reattached.
Yeah, I'll grab that.
Okay, well, it's got some force behind it, like a magnet. It's almost like it's trying to go back to it, and you pull the skull up, so it's a move action. You've got it in your hands. You're pretty sure if you let it go or didn't actually hold onto it, that it's going to roll into its body. Its body is doing a thing, like it's almost like ready to stand up without its skull.
Nice.
Okay, so that's a move action. You got the skeleton skull in your hand.
I'll step in here and close the door.
Okay, you close the door. You can still feel the tug from the skull towards the skeleton body, and to the horror of everyone else in the other room, the skeleton is standing up without its head. Ludo. Pharisee's cackling madly.
I've lingered Bard song.
Okay.
Given that I am very hurt, and that thing is probably going to hit, I'm going to take a 5-foot step back.
Okay.
I can't miss.
Attack first and take a 5-foot step back, yeah?
That's a thing?
Well, you can take a 5-foot step back in full defense.
You could go total defense.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Plus 40 your AC, but you don't threaten for 1 round.
I will do full defense. Back up. I have a feeling that thing's gonna... The damage is done to you guys. That's it.
Okay. Sephiroth.
If he wants... Oh, never mind, he had a prepared spell. He has the spell prepared. I just want to make doubly sure. Yeah, he shoots at Ancient Skeleton with 12 damage with a magic missile.
Nice.
Which is an evocation spell, so I get +1 damage.
Awesome. So, an unerring magic missile comes flying out of Zephyrus' hands. I believe at 2nd level you do 1 magic missile, so 1d4 plus 2, because you're an evoker.
Yeah.
What do your magic missiles look like?
It's this blue... This magical blue light that follows and goes after the... It almost looks like an arrow. But it's not an arrow.
Arrows of blue magical light fly out of your fingers.
And it does 3 damage.
Okay, it does not resist the damage in any way. Some ribs go sparking everywhere. A pleasant tinkling sound that you will associate with absolute horror. Creepy man.
I'm also going to step forward, right? I can also step forward.
Yep, you can go up and threaten it.
I'll go to there.
Oh,
All right.
that's where you're going.
The thing stands from prone on the box, incurring an AOO from both Mandreas and Zephyrus.
Yes.
In order of initiative, Manny gets to go, then Zephyrus. So give me a d20 plus 10.
$23.
Okay, yeah, Manny bleeding all over the place, man, just attack the thing as it's coming up.
That is his... What is he? 1d6 plus... he's at... Forgot Manny's.
2d6 plus 7.
2d6.
With the yeah, it's a oversized staff.
2d6 plus... You say 10?
7.
7, right. Because it was 6. 11 damage.
Yeah, he scatters this thing's bones.
Sweeps it.
Alright, there is a lull for a moment. Ludo, you're standing close enough to see it.
Oh, good.
The hatch opens. Gaedran is standing there, but your brain takes a moment to process. Gaedran isn't standing the right way. It's like he's standing on the wall of wherever that place is, looking straight down at you. He grins when he sees you, this horrible grin. And as his face goes by, the little bit of spittle that was running down his chin begins to kind of then fall as he pushes his face towards you, kind of like falling towards you. The smell of fish and liniment oil and old man stench. He has grown even more putrid in the days since you served him as a street urchin pickpocket. Are you sure you don't want to come with me?
Ludo is going to flip shit. Whoa, my! Ah! And he's going to stumble back 5 steps and fall into the pile of bones that once was the tank.
Oh, I see that Boppo is no longer with us. I'll have to fetch some more yondins to serve me.
I turn around. Anybody want to throw something at this guy here?
He's looking down kind of in at all of you, and the spittle's kind of running off in the proper way that gravity in this place operates. But then his head simply pulls back, and then the whole hatch shuts. So he opened the hatch, peeked in, and then closed the hatch. What are you doing with the skeletons? There's kind of like this Benny Hill kind of moment as you guys are bashing these skeletons as they're getting up. The one without the head is like wandering around and swinging his sword wildly. Between Manny and Zephyros, you have a few moments of handling the situation before you lose track of the situation. What are you doing with the bones and the skulls of these creatures?
We're definitely separating it so that it doesn't. So
we're not the ether. Sweep them into the.
Toss them into rooms and close doors.
Every room gets a bone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I see the good bone? Have I seen the good bone in any of these piles?
Okay, so you're like looking around for the dragon bone.
Yeah, I will have to pick up the wand I dropped as well at some point.
Yeah, they've transformed into these skeletons. They are made from the stuff of dragon bone. You don't see the linchpin, although that was a really good idea.
I will pick up my wand.
Okay. Pharisee, what are you doing with the skull that you have that wants to be united with its body? The body seems to know where the skull is as the body is scratching at the door and trying to fiddle with the door, and the skull is kind of like jolting towards your hand, and the jaw is clacking, and you can feel this magnetic pull. Like you're even with your strength 8 or whatever you have, you're able to like combat it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure if you put it on the ground, it would just roll towards it. Pixel flies in through the keyhole of this place and comes into the room. She's like, Zephyros, Mandreas.
I think I'm just going to try and start smashing it.
Okay.
I've got a dagger. I can.
You're chipping at it.
Chip at it.
Okay, so chipping at these things isn't working. Bashing them isn't working. What are you guys doing? They're reuniting.
Ludo grabs the 2 biggest chunks of this skeleton he can next to him and starts walking towards the back door of the train.
Okay, so you grab the skull of the skeleton. It's the biggest thing. Kind of got your fingers in it like a bowling ball, and you pick it up and you're walking out of the train. The skeleton, its remains are kind of re-knitting behind and crawling around the ground after the skeleton.
So I'm open the back door and bowl it right out of the side into the eternal.
Okay, you're like, whoa! This thing follows. It's following, and it didn't quite pick up its sword and its shield yet. And it just kind of goes and launches itself out into the ether.
Oh, what a splendid idea!
Just sweep it away.
It's just so interesting, though.
You
What a horrifying thing.
me with the rest of them.
Mandreas picks up the other skull after hitting it, and he comes forward and then passes out and sort of rolls the skull towards you. He's at 0 hit points from the bleeding.
Is he still bleeding?
Yeah.
I didn't know his hit points went down. Oh shit. Okay.
He's been you spent
right.
like 5 or 6 rounds just beating the crap out of these things,
right?
Trying to figure out how to kill them. He basically tosses the football to Ludo. What, are you just gonna chuck that one off the edge?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do a nice like little.
This one hits the other side of the train and kind of. It goes off into
nothing.
The skeleton comes wandering down. This one had its weapons on him and sort of like launched itself. But then it hit one of the rings that the train goes through, and it just bones go flying everywhere and flinging off into the ether.
Ludo gives out a chuckle and a grunt.
The last one is in Pharisee's hands. This one has actually stood up and is like going like this at the doorway with its sword and shield.
I'm gonna
you
casually do one of these. And pardon me, Fanta, excuse me, coming through just a bit over here. And I'll take out Cure Light Wounds one, and I'm going to try and UMD on it onto this guy.
Okay, yeah, Cure Light Wounds is not on the mages list, but you do have Use Magic Device.
Yeah, DC is 20 on it, and my Use Magic Device is plus 11. Let's not fuck this up. I'm trying to get this guy.
Sorry, I didn't have chat open in a way I could see it because I'm on my laptop.
20! Woo!
Nice. So you managed to save Manny. We'll do a rundown of their character classes in a minute. Good to see you, Drakester. Good to see you, Kenny. Made from dragon bones. Yes, they made their knowledge checks, and these are mythic skeletons.
Yeah.
Mythic, baby.
With Cure Light Wounds, caster level 1.
D8 plus 1.
Nice.
I didn't know you could cast that.
3. I have a 1.
All right, you undo the bleeding stage and give him 3 hit points. I don't know what are his max hit points.
28.
28. So he's got 25 damage from that fight.
I've got you, lad. Now, take it easy.
Oh, thank you, man.
Ah, yes, well, we can discuss repayment later. Right now, just catch your breath.
He doesn't complain as you just saved his life.
Throw all those bones off.
Nice. Okay, so are you listening to Pharisee?
What do you mean? The
thing, it's got me trapped in here.
There's
yes.
just one of the skeletons left. It's attacking the door.
Knock it apart and throw the bones off like you did with the others.
Ludo's gonna pop up. I thought you were talking about the professor, but I run over and
not yet, dear.
try and wrestle it to a point that I can heave it onto a shoulder,
There's skin here as
or
well.
trip it and try and drag it.
Between Zephyros, Mandreas, and Ludo. Ludo, you've got big ideas, but with a 10 strength, sometimes you require a crew. And you managed to get the idea from Pharisee and quickly, using your mining captain experience, convince Manny and Zephyros, if you want, to haul the bones out as it's basically turtled upside down and headless, and huck it out into the ether.
Pick it up, boys, just like that.
This one... Oh, it kind of got nicked by one of the rings that the ether rail train travels through. It kind of destroyed its pelvis, and you could see it kind of flowing off.
Give it one wave.
There's a bit of a magnetic pull, and it starts coming back closer towards the train, though. And then another one of the rings, 3 rounds later, bang! It explodes with bones and goes all over the place. And the train, traveling at 60 miles an hour at least, is able to outpace the slight magnetic pull between the bones. The skull stops clacking, but every once in a while it kind of like chitters, and you have a mythic skeleton skull. Yes, it's still animate. You don't want to put your finger in it. And it sounded like one of them still had its weapons, so you have you have what is a strange reddish, almost like flaking steel on the scimitar. We'll call it a demon steel scimitar.
Two of those?
The one that was at the door had both of its weapons, and you chucked the other one with its weapons. So you have one.
Okay.
You have one demon steel scimitar, and a single light steel shield that has the lower plane symbols on it.
We throwing that in loot and treasure?
Yeah, start a loot and treasure sheet because that scimitar is
demon steel.
It's not that it's sharp; it's just really jagged.
What was the shield?
A light steel shield with lower plane symbols on it. The guard finally shows up.
Of course, he's just in time.
Just in time, along with
Fancy you showing.
the guard is also there, and you can see that there is a woman fretting over Cassandra. As she came running back from her dalliance in the first class realm.
We've been robbed, you fools! What are you going to do about it?
The guards are like blowing little whistles and everyone stand still.
I'm gonna wrap up the skull and hide it and take kind of an inventory of my room.
Yeah, you have we'll say the skull is moving, so you have to bind it up.
Yeah.
And you got this creepy package that shifts every once in a while.
When I saw the guy,
the Billy whistles. And, yep, they're running forward. They've got their light. At least they had light maces. They might have been able to do something here. What's the meaning of this?
It robbed us! When I saw the guy do the door that's to transcend dimensions.
I knew it.
Yes. Are you behind this?
You fools! It was the man with the hat and this fellow on the ground here.
There's a body of Bobo.
They had a gang of children and they used some sort of extra planar door to step out of here.
Do I know how... When I spellcrafted that thing earlier, do I know the general distance he would have been able to go?
Yeah, this is really weird. What you end up piecing together, there's this whole scene of them running around room to room, searching things and seizing the body, and it seems like, despite your complaints that things are missing, and they do make a report that there have been thefts on the train, give me a sense motive, and then I will go through each of your characters and tell you what is missing.
I think we know what's missing. The good things.
So sense motive.
It's a bad one for
21.
You get the sense that this isn't the first time things went missing on the train. So you apprehended the thief this time. You get the sense that, like, now that they've got this halfling body and something tangible to blame.
I'll ask them. Is it always this car?
No. Sometimes people from the cattle cars come forward. Don't worry. We will stop the train shortly before we reach Grand Station and search the cattle cars. If your things are still here, then, well, we'll find the culprit.
And tell me, fine servers of the peace, do you ever find any of these stolen articles? Pardon my disrespect, but you don't exactly inspire a thought of confidence. Considering we did all the work and now you're apprehending the criminal. Blood. Criminal's blood.
We will need to take your statements.
You did not answer my question, sir. Out of all of the disappearances, how many have you recovered?
We could take your statements here. We could hand this off to the station guard.
So none is what you're saying. You've never recovered anything. I suspect we will be compensated then. This was on your train. We were in your care. I would say about $200-300 would probably do the trick.
I'm sorry, but you read the back of the
No,
ticket.
don't be sorry. It's fine. I will take cash. Or perhaps a free ticket, more drink vouchers if you do not have cash on you?
We will make our report, and certainly this will make its way to the station guard.
Oh yes, no doubt you will make your report, of course. And in your report, you will note that the people who were done this great injustice, me and my compatriots here, were properly awarded for the losses that they suffered.
Okay, you hit a wall of bureaucracy and red tape. They take your statements.
I didn't see anything. I got here too late. Sorry.
Okay, they still find out what your name is, kind of, and they make, like, a list.
Have spent my entire life in bureaucracy.
Yes, yes. So you get as far as once they finish searching it and not found, and if they can't find the goods on the train, you can lodge your complaint with the Trans Ether Railroad Company, and they will send a representative to further investigate.
How much information do I glean about this having happened before? Is it the same MO? Is it the same car? Can I pump these guys full of information while we do this bureaucratic dance where they don't ever do anything and I continue to pester them and don't go anywhere? Somebody's really annoyed, maybe loses their cool and slips and gives some info. Do I get it? Can I get anything out of these guys?
Yes. Give me. Are you doing it nicely, or are you doing it in a way where you're threatening them?
I am a certain gentleman. I do everything nicely.
Okay. Give me a diplomacy check as you're trying to get more information out of them. They search all the rooms, and in adjoining cars, the soldiers do go off to start searching the cattle cars.
I don't get much information out of them, Marty.
What would you roll?
I got one.
A nat 1?
Yeah.
5?
What, does he end up paying them?
They kind of like put their heads down, like they're trying to do their job, and they don't really want to talk about it. You are given the name of an office to go to if you want. They say it will probably take a couple of weeks for the investigators to look into things.
Let's see.
The train does continue. It's within 12 hours that they finish searching the train, engine to caboose, and it's a funny word. They don't find any trace of your stolen goods.
Of course not.
Ludo.
Perception.
The things that were missing from your quarters include your katana,
Son of a...
and the book entitled The Way of the Shadow Warrior.
Well, now what am I going to read for the rest of this train ride?
Pharaoh say, they dropped the tray of cacti accidentally. However,
Excellent.
Your dragon fruit is gone.
Good stuff.
What else? What else did you have?
Not much.
Yeah, I think it was just the dragon fruit, right?
Yeah.
Was there anything else you got on your trip?
2 baskets of nopales and prickly pear.
No, those are still there. They didn't seem to want those. They took the thing in the glass jar.
Yep.
And that was pretty much it. Zephyros, the medicine bag is gone.
Okay.
And so is your master's carved staff. The one with the gem on the top.
I'm making a note of that.
I'm assuming you had your spellbook on your person?
Oh, of course.
Okay. Professor, you've got your spellbook on your person?
Of course. It's.
All right.
I'm just gonna cross this puzzle box off.
The strange ancient Onhuani puzzle
Yeah,
box
that was stolen.
was stolen.
Yeah.
What about the only trinket? I think the trinket, the small Ankh trinket on the jet pillar is pretty small. It's pretty sentimental to me. I think I keep that probably like in a pocket. I fiddle with it with my hand nervously sometimes.
Yep, that's fair.
But they definitely